Hey, what's up, gamers? Welcome back to BeBackGaming, where we dive deep into the games you need to know about. Today, we're exploring Out of Sight, a brand new indie puzzle horror game that's got a wild twist. You play as a blind girl named Sophie who sees through the eyes of her teddy bear. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't your typical horror game. And in this non-sponsored review, we're gonna break down the gameplay, story, atmosphere, and whether this unique title is worth your time. Stick around, hit that like button if you enjoy honest reviews, and let's get started. So, what is Out of Sight? Developed by the gang and published by Starbreeze Entertainment. This 2025 release is a single-player puzzle horror game with a second-person perspective, something you don't see every day. You control Sophie, a young girl who's been kidnapped and trapped in a creepy, haunted mansion. The catch? She's blind, but through some mysterious magic, she can see through her teddy bear, aptly named Teddy. Your job is to help Sophie escape by solving puzzles and avoiding her captors, all while uncovering the mansion's dark secrets. The game blends puzzle solving with light stealth and horror elements, and it's got this animated, almost Monster House-like art style that's creepy yet approachable. It's not gory or jump scare heavy, so it's great for horror fans who want something atmospheric without needing to sleep with the lights on. Let's talk gameplay. Out of Sight's core mechanic is its unique second-person perspective. Sophie carries Teddy, giving you a pseudo-first-person view. But when puzzles require both hands, like pulling a lever or moving a box, you have to set Teddy down. This switches the camera to wherever Teddy is, and you only see what he sees. It's such a cool concept. For example, you might place Teddy on a shelf to see a high lever, then guide Sophie to climb a crate to reach it. It's like directing a movie where you're both the actor and the cinematographer. Puzzles are mostly push and pull style. Think dragging objects to create paths or open doors. Early on, they're pretty simple, like moving a chair to reach a switch, but as you progress, they get trickier, requiring you to think about Teddy's line of sight and Sophie's position. I found some puzzles a bit too easy, but a few later ones really made me stop and think. There's also stealth and chase sequences, where you avoid Mother Jana, this tall, creepy figure, and other enemies. These moments are tense, especially since Sophie's screams when you're caught are genuinely unsettling. The stealth isn't as intense as, say, Outlast, but it's effective. And the chase sequences have a twist I won't spoil. Let's just say they keep you on edge. One downside: the game's short, under 3 hours. That's fine for a $10 to $15 indie title, but it left me wanting more. Also, I hit a couple of bugs, like Sophie getting stuck between objects, which forced a checkpoint restart. Not game-breaking, but annoying. Now, the story. You're piecing together why Sophie's in this mansion and what Mother Jana's up to. The narrative unfolds through environmental clues and creepy whispers from lost children behind doors. It's not a super deep story. Some reviews call it lackluster, but I found it engaging enough for a short game. It's more about the vibe than a complex plot. The atmosphere is where Out of Sight shines. The audio design is top-notch. Every creak, step, or distant threat builds this oppressive, eerie mood. The mansion's dark, dusty hallways feel alive, and Sophie's voice acting, especially her terrified pleas during chases, hits hard. The visuals, with their colorful yet creepy animated style, remind me of Little Nightmares but less grim. It's a balance that makes the game accessible to casual players while still spooky for horror fans. One cool touch is how Sophie talks to Teddy, making you feel like you're her only friend in this nightmare. It's a small detail, but it adds heart to the experience. Let's break it down. Pros: the second-person perspective is innovative and makes puzzles unique. The audio design and atmosphere are fantastic, creating tension without relying on cheap scares. It's beginner-friendly for horror fans, and the performance is solid. I ran it on max settings with no frame drops. Plus, the transition between perspectives is smooth, which is great for anyone prone to motion sickness. Cons: the story's a bit thin, and the game's short runtime leaves you wanting more. Puzzles can feel too easy at times, and those bugs I mentioned can disrupt the flow. If you're looking for a longer, more intense horror experience, this might not fully satisfy. So, is Out of Sight worth playing? If you love indie games, unique mechanics, or lighter horror with a cool twist, absolutely. It's a short but memorable experience, perfect for a rainy afternoon. At its price point, it's a solid pickup, especially if you're into games like Little Nightmares or Among the Sleep. But if you want a deep story or hours of content, you might feel it's over too soon. I'd give Out of Sight a 7.5 out of 10. It's a fresh take on puzzle horror, with a killer atmosphere, but it doesn't fully lean into its awesome concept. Still, for an indie title, it's a great effort from the gang. That's it for our Out of Sight review. What do you think? Does this teddy bear gimmick sound like your kind of game? Drop a comment below, and let me know what other indie horror games you want me to review. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more BeBackGaming reviews. Check out of Sight on Steam, link in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay awesome, gamers.